early season here, trying to find some solid sign to set up on tonight. It's opening day. So far, no luck. It's been thick and warm. I've got some turkeys up here. Fun to watch. Hey guys, Mark here. Alright, I am finally all set up here in the saddle. I gotta say, the Mission platform is awesome. The size and the stability for a person that usually hunts from a tree stand. This is awesome. I gotta be very quiet because it just got done raining. Now it's really quiet. I've got a bunch of oaks that are dropping like crazy. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. Some deer over there. First day of the vacation. Already some deer across the river. So they're on their feet. It's 40 degrees. It's November 2nd. My goal is to see, really today, if there's any deer crossing the river. I believe there's a bedding area right here. At least for past years, it's been a bedding area. So I'm hoping that they feed up in the oaks up here, come across the river to bed right across from here. So my goal is to watch the river all day, or all morning. See what happens. Just this bike across the river. Hopefully his daddy's coming after him. Day 2 of my vacation, November 3rd, Election Day. I am sitting on the top, right along the top of an oak ridge this morning, hoping that bucks are going to start chasing. At the very top of the ridge, there's a pine bedding area, and then it drops down into an oak bottom flat. So my hope is that they're going to feed up through the oak bottom and come up the bedding, or catch a buck cruising along the ridge in between the bedding areas, and we'll see what happens. Meh. Well, guys, I don't know if that wraps it up, but I just had a 6 doe come through. 3 over here, 3 up this side of the ridge. No bucks with them, I can't believe it, or no chasing. It's the 3rd of November. I would have expected maybe even a little buck to be following, but maybe it's just a little bit early out here. Day 3 of my vacation, November 8th or 9th. I got down from the saddle this morning because there was a little point that I wanted to investigate and see if there was any rutting activity, scrapes, deer sign at all, and I found the scrapes and everything right where they were last year. So during the rut I like to rattle and make a lot of noise actually in these areas where I find a lot of sign, and it usually stirs something up, whether I spook the deer away or a buck will come in. But I'm set up on the ground here right underneath this fallen tree here. It's like a perfect setup. It's getting warm out though. We'll see if there's any movement. November 10th. Alright guys, well, where I was planning to go today was kind of close to where I shot my deer last year here on public land, but I failed to remember that it rained like 5 or 6 inches a few days ago. And in order to get to the spot that I need to go, I usually cross a river with maybe 20 inches, 18 inches of water. Yeah, it's a little deeper today, so with the mobile setup, saddle hunting, this is the advantage. I can go and find another place that looks good, get set up quickly, and hunt basically wherever I see sign next. So
Well, won't be crossing the river today. I have to be better prepared next time. And I'm going to check out my map here and see where to go next. Let's do this. It is November 18th, so the deer are running. As I was driving into the public land yesterday, I saw a nice big buck that was just out seeking, looking for doe, I think. And last night when I sat later, there was a buck chasing. So I just got to be out here as much as I can and we'll see what happens. Well, guys, I know you can't probably see me, but we just crossed a river, and the river that I couldn't cross last week is still a bit high, filled up my boots. So we'll start out the morning with some wet feet. But if that's any sign of hunters being able to cross that not so easily, there should be less deer pressure, and that's my hope. So this is what I'm doing. Well, I got in here. I crossed the river that I was trying to the last few times out. It was still too deep, so I filled my boots up, but I got to the place where I wanted to go, where I missed a doe earlier. And I've already had one doe come by that was being chased by either a small buck, medium-sized buck, but so far things are looking pretty good. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. December 1st. Temps are in the high 30s, 40s today. Just gotta watch the sunrise and see what comes through. Alright guys, here's the story. I came into public land today and there are actually a few more people parked than I was expecting. Right now it's gun season, but it's buck only, so we gotta look for something with horns. Landed in the spot that we scouted 2 days ago with my two kids, and found a lot of buck sign, a lot of rubs. So this seems to be the only spot that nobody's parked at. So I'm gonna go right up back where we found the sign, kind of stalk my way in. You notice I've got the leafy suit on here today, so changing my game up a little bit. I'm gonna be on the ground, be a little bit more mobile, and move to where the deer sign is. So plan on just going real slow through the woods and kind of spotting stalks. So we'll see what happens. 8:30, 9 o'clock. I've been up in the
breeze this morning here. I set up in the dark, got to a spot where I scouted out a decent buck a couple weeks ago, but just don't hear anything, so I'm gonna go to a different spot and try to set up a camera and just see what happens as far as stalking up into an area where I've seen some really nice bucks in the past.